type that in, you hit the enter key. Something should have happened. Can you see back behind him maybe what's happening? Because since it's not overhead, I can't see everything.
Okay.
It should open up a window. It should be asking you for a password, maybe. That's my guess. When you type in the address bar, if you type in 192.168.1.1 and hit enter, it should open up a window. And it's asking you for user ID and password. For this specific router, which is a Linksys router, has a default password, which is admin in lowercase, ADMIN.
That's the username?
On the password, no username. Username is blank. When you type in admin as the password, hit your enter key, it should pop this unit open. You see a web page, a Linksys web page where now you're looking at that specific router. And like I say, I hope this isn't something that's boring to you, but you're learning actually the details in getting in the routing.
Now we're looking at the.
You're looking at their web page. Excellent. And on this
by Cisco.
Excellent. Linksys by Cisco. Now you're getting busy. This is networking at its finest. That is, you're looking inside a router, which is a network device. One of the things you look at is the tab that you're on. The first tab that's up is the setup tab, and it's under that. It's got a subtitle that says Basic Setup. Well, as you look across, this thing will explain to you exactly what it is. Like the first thing it says on the left side of the page is language, right? It's already set to English. That's what we speak is English, right? Then you go down and it says in the next section, internet setup, internet connection type. You see it on the left side? And our connection type can be changed. You can actually drop down that menu and change the connection type. The one I have, yeah, right now mine says automatic configuration DHCP. And you can see the different types of configurations you can set up. I'm seeing static IP, point-to-point protocol over Ethernet, point-to-point tunneling protocol, level 2 tunneling protocol, and what's that spelled? Telestra cable. Now here's what's cool about those. Most of the times we're going to be using automatic configuration, dynamic host configuration protocol, or static IP, or point-to-point protocol over Ethernet. If you're at home, you're going to select point-to-point protocol over Ethernet if you're using DSL. So if you were to highlight that point-to-point protocol, that's PPPoE, and let me go back. If you were to click PPPoE, it should open up and show you some more things that you got to put in to configure point-to-point protocol over Ethernet. I just clicked it on this one. Now it's asking for a username and a password. We good with that? Watch this. The username and the password is what you get. That's your usually when you set up an account with an internet service provider, you have a username and a password for that main account. That's what you plug into that. That's how you're able to, use their network through your username and password. So you want to a lot of times keep that stuff secret. Also, if you look over to the far right, in this blue section with the white letters, what's really neat about this router is they have the definitions in there for you. Like I mentioned, PPPoE, it says this setting is most commonly used by DSL providers. That's AT&T. So for each of the settings in there, there is actually a definition for you that'll help you set it up. Or if you don't understand it, if you call someone that does know how to set it up, they can actually help you get through that process a lot quicker. If you were to click static IP, and let's see, my screen went blank when I clicked it, so let me see if I can get back in there. See if I can do static again. Okay, finally, yeah. Static IP. That's what a business would use. They actually are given an IP address from an internet service provider, which is their IP address. So they can plug in that static IP address. Over to the right in that blue section, if you guys got there.
We're not there yet. You know where to find that?
It's in the internet connection type drop down.
Up there where you got the right there, yeah. Now which one are you looking for now?
Static.
Okay.
See if you can change it to static IP.
Where you got the PP there /8, then you should see something that says static IP.
Maybe because all of us are hooked up to it too.
Oh.
Changing pages.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, it would be neat if I could throw it on overhead, but that's okay. We're going to work through it. It may kick you off, but just go back and try it again. Did it finally lock?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, now you're looking at a static IP. And over to the right, in that blue column, again, this thing is helping you through the process. It states static IP. You know, this setting is most commonly used by business class internet service providers. So if you're a business, you're going to purchase this static IP address, which is a permanent address. It's not going to change, it's yours. Like earlier, we pinged different domain names. You've seen their IP address once it pinged. They own that, and then they can subnet that into multiple other addresses too. So anyway, if we were a business like here, they probably got a static IP here, I'm sure. It belongs to Computer Village. You would plug this information in here. You plug in your internet IP address, your subnet mask that they give you, the gateway, and your DNS. Usually you get DNS 1 and 2. Any questions? Any of you guys got questions back there? You got any questions, Mel?
No, actually, I was letting him know. I'm sorry.
I was just messing with you.
I was letting him know that actually we use a dynamic as well for our internet.
Excellent.
But the state of Missouri uses a static.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
So we actually not even on their network.
Okay. I'm going to skip down to the section where it says router name. You can see the name of that router, and this is a standard Linksys router. It's WRT54G. All of that stuff can be changed, though. You can change the name, or you can make it your name if you want to.
You see that? Where's the name of the router? You see that? Right.
And again, over to that right side, they got information there. Host name, enter the host name provided by your ISP, domain name, enter, if we were to do specific things relevant to setting this up as a static IP. Local IP, this is the address of the router, the subnet mask, and our router's address right now is that IP there. That's a standard, 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask, this is what Daryl gets into. I kind of forgot all the subnetting and stuff like that.
No, your subnet there, that's for a Class C, because anytime you get to the 192,
right.
The 192 octet or whatever, that's telling you that you're in the subnet portion of it. I mean, for what portion you're going to be subnet, which is a Class C address. Exactly. And that Class C address is the 255, 255, 255 with the last octet being 0. And the last one, that's for what will be the host.
Right, the last 255.255.255.0.
0,
part here.
All the other part is the network.
That's
that
right.
Will explain to you that Class 3 right there, those 255 or whatever is the network portion of it, and that will tell you that that's all network. And anytime you start with 0 or whatever, that's like the beginning part of the host, which is like if you didn't have nothing but a piece of wire or something like that. That wire would be the host, and then the actual 255 at the end of that would be the broadcast.
Exactly. And those hosts can have different numbers. You're going to have different numbers for the host.
Exactly.
So if we just made this host number 1, the next one would get, if we had DHCP 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent.